bookish friends! Today I'm going to be doing my July wrap-up and my August TBR. So these books are in no particular order because I can't remember what order I read them in. I have a really bad memory, I'm realizing. I lied. The first book that I read in July, I know for a fact, was A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This book. So many feels. Oh my goodness. I don't think I have enough time to talk about this book in the detail that I want to. And I can't even summarize it because it would spoil everyone. This book is the third book in Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses series. It was so good. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, of course. It made me cry a lot towards the end. The sun is setting. By the way, it is 7 o'clock. So the sun is setting, so if the lighting gets really bad and you start seeing stuff like this around my face, I apologize. I can't really do anything about the sun. So as you can see, there's a bookmark in it right now, and that is because I have forced my dear mother to start reading this book. It's a good day when I can get my mom to read a book or a whole book series. It makes me feel very fulfilled. I loved this book. I am greatly anticipating. I heard a rumor that there are going to be 3 more books in this series, that she's going to do kind of a spin-off series that's in the same universe as this book. So I'm very excited for that. Very excited. I have my theories about what I think that's going to be about. I might make a different video for that. I don't really want to share them here because no spoilers. This is a spoiler-free zone. The next book that I picked up in July is Unravel Me by Tahir Mafi. I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I think it was my 2016 wrap-up, that I didn't really enjoy Shatter Me that much and I wasn't sure if I was going to continue the series, but a friend of mine told me that I had to. Peer pressured me into reading this book and I am glad that I did. This book, oh my goodness. Warner. This book had so many twists and turns, and the ending. And then the little blurb about the third book that the third book that I do own. I'm questioning this now. I'm gonna check. I do have it! It's called Ignite Me and it's right over there! For me giving myself a pat on the back for forgetting that I owned a book. Okay, good for me. Like I said, bad memory. Anyways, this book, I would give it, if I had to rate it, I think I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. The third book that I read in July is Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. I'm realizing now that I do remember what order I read the books in, and this was my second one, and Unravel Me was my third. Oops. I went through a Beauty and the Beast retelling phase, I think. After I finished A Court of Wings and Ruin, I felt myself going into the dreaded book slump. I was like, no! No! And so, I decided that it might be easier for me to get back into reading after that awesome series by reading something that was kind of similar. So, this book follows a girl named Nyx, who since birth has been betrothed to the evil lord of the kingdom she lives in. She is forced to go marry him and be his wife. So it says at the front, her mission was to kill him. Her destiny was to love him. So she goes there with the intent to kill this man. This book is very good. Overall, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. The relationship development could have been better. I felt that things kind of jumped a little bit. Can't say much without spoiling. That would be my only thing with this book. 4 out of 5 stars. Not a bad rating. Not a bad rating. I still love this book. And the fourth and last book that I read in July, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Before I talk about this, if you have watched my Shadow and Bone book talk, you will know that when I read this book, I didn't have it yet. Well, 2 days after I filmed that video, this came in the mail. You might be thinking, oh, you must have been so excited, filled with joy, bursting with happiness. You would be wrong. This is the old cover. These are the new covers. I ordered these 3 books all together, and for some unknown reason, someone in the universe decided to screw me over. And I received this cover, and now they don't match. contacted my local Barnes & Noble, and they were kind enough to tell me that they would order what they hope is the new cover, and that I can bring this one in and exchange it. Hopefully it will be a clean exchange. I will get the new cover that matches the other ones that I have, and everything will be fine. And I will finally have this madness behind me. Please. Other than that mix-up, this book was still phenomenal. Like I said before, I have a whole book talk on it. This book follows Alina Starkov, who is basically a nobody. She is an orphan, and one day she goes into this blanket of darkness called the Fold. She finds out that she is actually one of the Grisha. She's carted off into this crazy world of the Grisha she never knew she was a part of, and needless to say, crazy things happen, ships happen, betrayal happens. Gave this book 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It was very good, but sometimes the detailing and the dialogue and the writing left something to be desired, but the storyline was fantastic. So those are all the books that I read in July. It's only 4, but I'm not too disappointed with that because I feel like that's around 1 book a week. That's not great, but it's not bad either. I've had worse months. That's the end of my wrap-up. Let's go with my TBR. Now, based on what I read last month, I think it might be pretty obvious what I'm going to be reading this month. The first book I will be reading this month that I've actually already started reading is Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. Oh, this book so far. I am only on page 89, but whew, can I just say that this book is making me so conflicted because I'm shipping Alina with pretty much everyone that breeds. A male comes into her life and it's like, hello, my name is, and I'm like, I ship it. Yes, I ship that. Inward me is thinking, no, why are you doing this? One of these people I do not like. That's not true. I'm trying my hardest not to like this person. He's just... The next book I plan to pick up this month is obviously Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I've heard great things about this book. I'm very excited. If I didn't mention it before, this is the Grisha trilogy. This is the 3rd book. The other one was the 2nd book. I think that you all know that, but in case you don't, I have now mentioned it and informed you all. You are welcome. The 3rd book that I picked out for my TBR this month, oh boy, this name. Wink Poppied Midnight by April Genevieve Chuchloak? This book I picked up, I think, yesterday. I saw the spine, and the name was really interesting to me, so I pulled it out. I have to admit, I am a cover buyer. I am an impulse cover buyer. So I saw this beautiful cover, and I was instantly like, what is this about? All it says inside is, every story needs a hero. Every story needs a villain. Every story needs a secret. Wink Poppied Midnight. 2 girls, 1 boy, 1 summer, 1 bad thing. What really happened? Someone knows. Someone is lying. Oh my gosh. I think I instantly fell in love with this book when I read that. Sounds kind of like a mystery, I'm assuming. I don't know much about this book, and I love that. I love that I'm going into it blind. It's going to be amazing, and I'm excited. The last book that I actually just decided that I want to read this month is a book that I don't know much about, which is surprising because it's kind of popular, and it has a movie that I haven't seen. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. This book follows Greg Gaines. So, like I said, I don't know much about this book. I'm not generally a contemporary reader, but I decided this month, you know what? I'm gonna pick up a contemporary book. I just bought this at the bookstore when I bought the other one, and I just feel like, no, this month is the month where I read contemporary. I will find out what all the hype is about. I will jump on that train of being in the know, and then I will know, and you all will know that I know, and you all will know what this book is about too, and then we can all just share in the know. And then I can watch the movie. Hopefully, this book doesn't make me cry. I've heard it's really funny. It says on the back, this is the funniest book you'll ever read about death. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm expecting great things because I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and for it to become a movie, it must have been good to someone, so I'm excited. So those are all the books I plan to read this month in August. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any recommendations for books that I should read, comment down below with them. If you have anything else you'd like to tell me, go ahead and comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to find out what I thought about these books. Like I said before, I do have a book talk out on Shadow and Bone, so I will link that down below in the description for you guys to go and check out if you've read Shadow and Bone, because there are spoilers in that video. So, you have been warned. Anyways, book lovers, I will see you all in the next video.